Hi everybody, this is Simon Ward from TheTriathlonCoach.com and I am back with number 3 in the strength and conditioning video series. So already I have spoken with you about the 4 reasons why I think you should be featuring this in your training programs regularly, and I have tried to give you my reasons for overcoming the obstacles and objections that those who don't go to the gym, the 75%. Hopefully now you have seen the light. You're in agreement with me that this would make a vital and useful addition to your training program, and in this episode I'm going to talk about what you should be including. So the information as usual is on the board behind me, so let's take a look. What should you be doing? My first thing is try to avoid doing any more than 30 minutes. You've got a lot of training to do with all your swim, bike and run. You're probably working, you've probably got children. You don't want to be spending too much time. And I know that there is a fear that whatever you do in the gym will be taking away from your swimming, biking and running. So we need to supplement that. We're trying to injury-proof your body. And I don't think it takes any more than 30 minutes twice a week. Okay, I follow some principles set down by a guy called Tudor Bomper. If you've read anything about strength and conditioning, you may have heard of him. He was one of the founding fathers of the subject of periodization, which is widely followed by most coaches. He suggested 5 things you should be doing in this order. The first thing is improving range of motion. One of the reasons why we see athletes getting injured is that they are tight around certain parts of the body. So some tightness in the back here might cause some sort of tightness in the hip, which then transmits itself down into an altered running pattern, which puts stress on the calf and the ankle, causing Achilles problems. Likewise, some tightness in the thoracic spine, so that's the top bit here around by the ribs, could cause problems with the shoulder, which then impacts on your ability to swim freely without any pain. So we want to be mobile, not hypermobile. We just want to be flexible around all the major joints and have normal movement patterns to encourage efficient sporting activities. We can do this through foam rolling before a workout. I'd encourage you to be stretching regularly anyway and getting a massage, but before you work out, some time spent foam rolling to loosen the myofascial tissue and just help it to stretch out a little bit. Some dynamic stretching, so that's stretching with movement, so not standing and holding, but for instance jogging on the spot and kicking your heels up to your bottom is a dynamic stretch for the quadriceps. Jogging on the spot and bringing your knees up to your chest is a dynamic stretch for the glutes. You get my picture. I'd also suggest that you do some what I call mobility exercises. So you could do what we call clock lunges. So you take a forward lunge with the left leg, and then a lateral lunge, and then a backwards lunge, and then we do the same with the right legs. You might want to do some rotational activity, holding a light medicine ball, etc. So there would be some range of motion work in there. Connective tissues, tendons and ligaments, they're some of the things that really get injured with lots of training through overuse. So we want to strengthen them. Regular strength training will help to do this, but it's important to remember that they react and respond to training slower than muscles. So within a couple of weeks your muscles won't get sore anymore, but that doesn't mean the connective tissue has caught up. So you need to be very careful about how quickly you progress in your strength training program. Stability. Stability around the major joints, stability in the shoulder joint, so we can do some TheraBand work, some in-turns and out-turns, some ins and outs in what's called abduction. We can do some stability work for the hips, and that helps with the running gait. We can do some stability work with the shoulder blades here to keep you in the right posture for when you're cycling and when you're swimming. So there should be some of that working. Notice how I haven't even talked about lifting any weights yet or building strength. And that's one of the things that people are afraid of, that lifting or a strength program is all about building muscle. It's not. You see my little attempt at a diagram here. So we've got our man, and you see right in the middle there's a little dot and then a little spiral starting right out here from the core. So if you go to the gym and you've only got a little bit of time, I suggest you strengthen the core first. If you can spend a bit more time, then you can work outwards. Your typical gym goer wants big arms. They want muscular legs, they want a good looking chest. That's the beach stuff. We're only interested in performance, so start here and move out. These are at the end, okay, if you've got time for that. And we like to think about movements, not muscles. All sports are a culmination of a huge number of movements taking place. We're not seeking to isolate muscles, so I'm going back to the much maligned bicep curl, but if you isolate this muscle here, or this joint, and then just do that, that's all we're working. When you're running, you're taking a footstep with your left foot, and your right side of your body is compensating, so the whole body is involved in that one foot plant. And then as you run forward, it's a combination of those movements, transferring the pattern and the balance from left to right. So we need to think about exercises that involve whole body movement in one go, rather than just isolating the muscles, which is why things like the TRX and the kettlebells and the Bulgarian bag and some of the various body weight movements you do are absolutely perfect. And that's what we'll be talking about in the next video. So thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you again next time. Bye for now.